The stupid ass ad. Finally, alright, what's going on? Long story short, he posted a fake job ad to lure 18-year-old. What he did next was pure evil. We're gonna be reacting to this nasty ass creep predator that hopefully he dies by the end of this video.
Attention to the woman in the black hoodie. Her name is Destiny Williams. She is on her way to a job interview she believes will help her save enough money for cosmetology school. Now pay attention to the man with his arm resting on her shoulder.
If the man, before he says it, if the man resting with his arm around her shoulder is the person that's supposed to be hiring her, that's a red flag, baby girl, run.
His name is Marcus Patterson. He is the one who posted the fake job advertisement online. Within 30 minutes, her phone would be turned off forever. This was not an interview, it was an abduction. At 8 p.m. on September 18th, 2 hours after Destiny Williams was due home, her grandmother made the first of many calls to her granddaughter's phone. Each call went directly to voicemail. The worry that had been simmering for hours turned into a formal report to the Chicago Police Department.
Oh, this is in Chicago. Oh my gosh. Niggas down there are just niggas everywhere are ruthless, but Chicago niggas just have no morals.
Just before midnight, the dispatcher logged the details. An 18-year-old female, no history of running away, last seen heading to a job interview in the suburbs. To the police, the initial facts fit a familiar pattern for someone her age, and the case was initially handled as a potential runaway. But the official classification stood in stark contrast to the person Destiny Williams was. Raised in the South Side in Inglewood.
Listen, when the family, listen, officer. Listen, officer, if my family calls saying I didn't show my nigga that I'm not no runaway, I'm missing my nigga. Send the canines, send the sniffers. The fuck? If a grandma's calling, no grandma's calling for no reason.
She was the steady hand in a fractured family. While her mother battled addiction and her father served a sentence at Stateville Correctional Center, Destiny lived and cared for her grandmother. She was known as responsible and quiet, a recent high school graduate who worked part-time at Walmart. Her focus was singular: save enough money for tuition at Pivot Point Academy to study cosmetology.
Amen.
Her Instagram page wasn't for socializing, it was a portfolio of hair and makeup tutorials, a testament to her ambition. Her family and friends knew she would not just leave. While police processed the paperwork, Destiny's best friend, Janae, began her own search, posting Destiny's picture across social media and messaging anyone who might have seen her. Her grandmother insisted to the responding officers that Destiny was not a runaway.
Yes.
She was a planner, a dreamer who was on the cusp of building the life she wanted. She had an interview with a company called Elevate Marketing Solutions. She had an address. She had a name. But investigators were about to discover that the first clue in the case was the first piece of a calculated lie. The man who called himself Mark was a phantom built from digital.
Bro, I hope Mark, at the end of this video, is no longer here on Earth. Like, you're just a piece of shit. Like, look at your old ass.
Illusions. The job
has a Boston Rhymes nose.
Destiny Williams found in late August on Indeed.com was his masterpiece of deception. Titled Personal Assistant and Social Media Manager, the listing for Elevate Marketing Solutions used professional language, promised a competitive wage of $22 per hour, and listed a legitimate-looking Chicago office address. It was designed to attract ambitious young people just like Destiny. When she applied, including a link to her Instagram to showcase her skills, Mark's response was swift and professional. Their correspondence, later recovered from Destiny's email account, showed a series of normal interactions. Mark conducted a preliminary interview over the phone, asking standard questions about her experience and goals. He spoke convincingly about the company's clients and growth.
You know what I don't get though? Like, there's a lot of stupid people in this world, like naturally built stupid. Like they didn't become stupid. Like, they were born stupid. Like, look, take it in. If you had the plan to kill this girl, right? Why would you call her? Like I understand that you're trying to play the job role and try to act like a real job or something like that. But my nigga, you're already like, I'm trying to say like me thinking, if I'm gonna kill somebody, the last thing I'm gonna do is call them for you know what I'm trying to say? I'm gonna send them like an email only, like, and that's stupid too, because that could get traced back to you, right? But that's less traceable than an actual phone call. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're gonna call the girl, like, boom, you already like gave the feds away to, you know? Not giving you guys no tips or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, he's just born stupid.
Foundation of trust, brick by digital brick. When it was time for an in-person interview, he had a ready-made excuse for the location. Their main office was undergoing renovations, so they would meet at a satellite office in a Calumet City executive suite building. He sent her the address and arranged to pick her up from a nearby gas station, explaining that the office entrance was tricky to find.
Now listen, cause RP the girl, but being dumb goes on both sides. I'm trying to say just some dumb people can't always get you. You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. There's too much red flags here. What do you mean the official site on the building is undergoing renovations? My nigga, you think FedEx gives a fuck if there's a hole in FedEx? You're gonna fly down if you have to make your way in work. You think you trying to say bro, no. And then he's offering to pick you up. I went to an interview last month. You think these niggas are offering to pick me up? My nigga, they told me, yo, you better have a G license. What the fuck are you talking about?
It was only after her
bro,
disappearance that investigators began pulling at the threads of this story. They found that Elevate Marketing Solutions had no business registration, no employees, and no clients. The professional website her friend found was a digital ghost created just a few months prior. The executive suite building on Torrance Avenue had no record of the company ever being a tenant.
Oh,
the
really?
entire operation was a carefully constructed trap. Police would soon discover that Destiny was not the first woman Mark had tried to lure with this scheme, but she was the first one who hadn't walked away.
Wait, so somebody almost got kidnapped or whatever, and they didn't report this to the police or whatever the case might be around there?
September 18th, Destiny Williams followed the instructions Marcus Patterson had given her. She took the CTA Red Line south to the 95th Street station and then transferred to a bus heading toward Calumet City. Her final destination was the Shell gas station parking lot Patterson had designated as their meeting point. At approximately 2:47 p.m., the station's security cameras captured Patterson's black Nissan Altima pulling in. A few moments later, the footage showed him and Destiny walking together across the asphalt. It was the last time any camera would
am I the
record her.
only one am I the only one noticing that this YouTuber making the video is throwing in a lot of big words? My nigga, go on easy. Fuck are you doing?
Her grandmother expected her home by 6 p.m. By 8 p.m., after unanswered calls went straight to voicemail, a deep sense of dread had set in.
Some of my niggas watching this don't know what dread means. Now I gotta break it down to my dumb homies. Basically he's angry, not angry, but you know that feeling in your chest, come on.
The Chicago Police
Now what if I said it wrong?
Department and filed a missing persons report. The department, however, initially classified the case based on the victim's age and the lack of any immediate signs of foul play. Destiny Williams, 18, was officially considered a runaway.
Bro, Chicago police officers, hold on. I kind of do want to speed this video up. Not I just feel like he's talking too slow. What's it called? Chicago PD. This is why crime in your city is horrible, because you guys are horrible. I don't blame you guys when it comes to the shooting part of it, but when it comes to the caring part of it, you definitely don't have that in you guys.
This procedural decision, while standard, created a critical delay. The investigation did not begin with the urgency of an abduction. Meanwhile, Destiny's digital
If that was a
footprint had
white
come
girl with blonde hair, they would have had the whole Chicago outside.
to an abrupt
They would even brought out the snow leopards to sniff the ground and find that girl.
end. Cell phone records would later show that her phone was powered off or disabled at 3:15 p.m., just 28 minutes after she was seen on camera with Patterson. In that short window of time, in or near that parking lot, she had vanished completely. While her family pleaded with authorities to investigate the job interview as a potential lead,
The fact that, police, protect and serve. The fact that these niggas are begging you, to take it serious is crazy. You guys should all be fired and sued.
the official case file sat in a queue, waiting for evidence to prove that Destiny hadn't just walked away on her own. The official runaway theory collapsed under the weight of digital evidence unearthed not by police, but by Destiny's best friend, Janae. Frantically searching for clues, she accessed Destiny's email and Instagram accounts and found the entire history of her communication with Mark.
Wow.
She immediately
So we have a local friend doing all of this instead of the actual damn police.
turned over the login information to detectives. This provided the investigation with its
How hard was
first
that for an officer to get into her email and just do a little 1-2?
tangible leads: the company name, the email address, and the phone number the suspect used. Investigators quickly confirmed what Janae and Destiny's grandmother already suspected. A check of state business records showed Elevate Marketing Solutions did not exist. The website associated with the company had been created only a few months earlier using a service that masked the owner's identity. When police traced the phone number Mark had used, it came back as a prepaid burner phone, activated shortly before he first contacted Destiny and disconnected shortly after her disappearance. It was a digital dead end designed to be untraceable. The real breakthrough came from the email address. While the account itself...
Remember in the beginning, I said how the phone call was more stupid than the email? But I said how the email will still trace you back? Well, he had a burner phone. So, I guess he wasn't that stupid. But the email, I guess he's right back to the stupid where he just left.
Was anonymous. The IP address, a unique identifier for a computer's location, was not. Cybercrime analysts traced the origin of Mark's emails to a public library in Gary, Indiana. This shifted the geographic scope of the investigation across state lines. Detectives obtained security footage from the library, and on it they saw a man matching the description from the gas station video using the public computers on multiple dates. They now had a clearer image of their suspect, but still no name. The discovery also revealed a chilling pattern. Investigators found similar fake job postings in Indianapolis and Milwaukee, all linked to the same methods. They were no longer searching for one missing girl. They were hunting a serial predator.
While the digital trail pointed investigators toward Indiana, the most critical clue came from the physical world.
Ted Bundy.
The gas station parking lot in Calumet City. Detectives...
Yo, like... Listen, what did you learn so far? Too late.
Reviewed hours of security footage from every available angle, searching for the vehicle the suspect had used. They found it, a well-maintained black Nissan Altima. Although the man had parked out of the primary camera's direct view, another angle captured his license plate as he entered the lot. A query through the National Motor Vehicle Database.
Look, a query. My niggas don't know what that means.
Provided the name they had been searching for. The car was registered to Marcus Patterson of Atlanta, Georgia. The name initially meant nothing to investigators in Chicago. A background check revealed a man with no criminal history. He was 34 years old, employed in warehouse management.
Look, employed. My niggas don't know what that means.
Married and the father of 2 young daughters. On paper, he was an ordinary suburban family man, completely disconnected from the dark underworld of abduction and human trafficking. He was the last person anyone would suspect. When the FBI and Atlanta Police Department contacted Patterson's wife, the facade of his double life began to crumble. She was completely stunned. She confirmed that her husband was currently away from home, traveling in the Midwest for what she believed were legitimate work contracts in logistics. His trips had become more frequent over the past 9 months, she explained, but she had no reason to suspect anything was wrong. He was, in her eyes, a loving husband and father. With her statement, the investigation now had a clear target. The digital ghost from the Gary Library and the man on the gas station footage had a name, a family, and a home address. The hunt was no longer for a shadow. It was for Marcus Patterson. In early November...
You wanna know what I just realized? Because my imagination is like so good, I could like see shits while he's talking. That this lazy ass fuck nigga that made this video, all he has is her picture here and just and him talking, like, you know, the freaking captions. Like, you couldn't give us no background videos, and you know what I'm trying to say? No, like come on.
The investigation culminated in the quiet...
Has mosquitoes flying around in the background, like, you wanna see that shit.
Suburbs of Stone Mountain, Georgia.
I'm sorry. Don't flag this video or copyright it. I just talk on my ass. Like, I don't even mean that shit. Come on, you know.
Federal agents and local police arrested Marcus Patterson at his family home without incident. The man taken into custody seemed a world away from the predator they had been hunting. He was a suburban father whose neighbors knew him only as a quiet family man.
Watch out for the Dexters.
Investigators had expected to find evidence of a trafficking kingpin. Instead, during his interrogation, Patterson offered a confession that twisted the entire narrative of the case. He did not deny his role in Destiny Williams' disappearance. However, he claimed he was not a willing participant, but a coerced pawn in a much larger criminal organization.
Duh. It gets larger and larger until you're at the Epstein Island level. Like, my nigga, it goes this, then it might go to, like, that, the Mexicans, then it might go to, like, the white Hollywood billionaires, and then, like, Oprah, you know, and then, like, the fucking Epsteins, and then the Trumps.
Patterson explained that years prior, a severe gambling addiction had left him with an $85,000 debt to a man named Donnell Cruz.
Okay, Donnell Cruz. That's like a thing name.
A formidable figure who operated...
Okay, so he's on, like, the second level of trafficking.
...between Chicago and Detroit. When Patterson couldn't pay, Cruz offered him an alternative. The debt would be forgiven if he agreed to recruit young women for Cruz's trafficking operation. His job was to create the fake profiles, gain their trust, and deliver them to a designated location. Patterson insisted to detectives that he had tried to back out, but Cruz had made it clear that failure to cooperate would result in the murder of his wife and 2 young daughters. He claimed he had only delivered Destiny because his own family's lives were under direct threat. To prove his story, and in a desperate bid for leniency, he gave investigators the one piece of information they needed to blow the case wide open: the address of an abandoned steel mill off Broadway Avenue in Gary, Indiana. He told them it was the central hub for Cruz's entire operation. Acting on the information provided by Marcus Patterson, a joint task force of FBI agents and the Gary Police Department organized a raid. The target was the abandoned steel mill off Broadway Avenue, a sprawling, decaying structure that was a relic of the city's industrial past. In late November, tactical teams converged on the location. They breached the building and found a fully operational human trafficking hub hidden within the rusting shell of the factory. The conditions were grim, designed to hold people.
Yo,
Build a website
this is about to
you
get
love.
crazy. Just lock in with your imagination real quick. Because so far, the way I'm picturing it, I'm picturing like one of those Breaking Bad scenes where like the FBI's walking in and like hold on, he didn't say nothing yet.
Inside, law enforcement found and rescued 7 young women. They were between the ages of 18 and 23 from various cities across the Midwest, all lured by similar false promises. The discovery was a major victory for the task force, confirming Patterson's confession about Danelle.
A major victory? They didn't even want to look into this. The grandma had to. It's the grandma's victory. I mean, because of this poor girl, hopefully they found her.
Cruz's criminal enterprise, and leading to the immediate rescue of multiple victims. The rescued women were taken to a secure facility to receive medical care and begin interviews with victim specialists. But for the investigators focused on the case that started it all, the raid ended in failure. As they accounted for each of the rescued women, the grim reality became clear. Destiny Williams was not among them. The news was a devastating blow to her family, extinguishing the last flicker of hope that she might be found alive. The raid had successfully dismantled the dangerous trafficking ring, but it had also turned a missing person case into a probable homicide investigation. The question...
Yo, as fucked up as it might seem, so far, there's no proof that she's dead. So far in this video. I'm praying that they didn't find her. Not praying that they didn't find her. I'm praying that they didn't find her dead. You know what I'm trying to say? So in hopes that she's like somewhere alive still. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the last hope, like, you know?
The question was no longer if Destiny had been taken, but what had happened to her after Marcus Patterson drove her away from that parking lot. With Destiny Williams still missing, the full pressure of the federal investigation turned on the men apprehended in the Gary warehouse raid. Patterson's confession had given them the trafficking ring, but he did not know Destiny's final fate. Investigators began the systematic interrogation of Danelle Cruz and his lieutenants, leveraging the threat of life sentences to break their code of silence. Under the intense pressure, one of Cruz's senior associates finally confessed.
Yes.
His story erased any hope that Destiny might have escaped. He admitted that the plan had gone wrong from the very beginning. When Destiny got into Marcus Patterson's car in the Calumet City parking lot, she quickly realized that the situation was not what it seemed. She fought back with everything she had. In the violent struggle that took place inside the vehicle, Destiny was critically injured. The associate explained that a panicked Patterson, never intending for things to turn violent, immediately called Cruz for instructions. Cruz, displaying a chilling lack of concern, simply dispatched another member of his crew to the location to handle the problem. Destiny Williams was killed in or near that parking lot on the afternoon of September 18th. The confession provided the horrifying how and why of her disappearance, confirming she had been murdered within minutes of being abducted. But it left one final critical question unanswered, both for the investigators and her grieving family. Where was her body? Guided by the detailed confession from Danelle Cruz's associate, authorities launched a search in early December. The search area was a desolate stretch of woodland off Interstate 94, just across the state line between New Buffalo and Bridgeman, Michigan. It was there, nearly 3 months after she vanished from the gas station parking lot, that investigators found the body of